Today is the sports day at Nanua High School. The female lead, Luna, is shown sitting in the park and watching girls playing badminton. After observing both of them play, Luna becomes busy on her iPad. Meanwhile, the shuttlecock starts coming toward Luna, but a boy jumps high and catches it. This is the male lead, Yu-chung. Seeing Luna smile, Yu-chung says welcome and walks away. Now Yu-chung is sitting in the cafeteria with 4 trays in front of him, eating them one by one. A boy sitting across from him says, "You have your competition in the afternoon, why are you eating so much?" Yu-chung replies, "Eating a lot doesn't affect my performance." That boy tells Yu-chung, "The coach from Nino University has come here today to select talented athletes." Yu-chung says, "I don't care about that. I am confident I will win today." Saying this, Yu-chung walks away. The boy asks him, "How many categories have you participated in?" Yu-chung gestures that he has participated in 3 categories. Now Luna comes there with Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang introduces her by saying, "This is my assistant coach." Mr. Wang, who is the head of the sports department at Nino University, tells Luna, "I have come to observe talented athletes in the high jump category." Luna sees that Yu-chung is a participant in the 1,500-meter race. Looking at Yu-chung, Luna begins to check his bio data. The race starts, and Yu-chung wins the race. Seeing this, Luna becomes very happy. Mr. Wang, after looking at Yu-chung's bio data, says, "He has also participated in the high jump category, but if he truly wants to become an athlete, he should choose the long jump category. His height is short for the high jump, so he cannot get a chance." The high jump category competition starts. Yu-chung's friend tells him, "Your height is short, you should accept your fate." But Yu-chung does not listen to him. Yu-chung attempts his first jump. After the jump, as he is about to leave, Luna says, "Your last 4 steps were very slow." Hearing this, Yu-chung says, "Thank you." Mr. Wang asks Luna, "How do you feel?" Luna replies, "What do you think about him?" But Mr. Wang says, "His height is short, so he cannot be selected." Yu-chung makes his second attempt, and after seeing the jump, Luna says, "Did you see how smart he is? He did exactly what I told him this time." But Mr. Wang remains unhopeful about Yu-chung. Yu-chung suddenly comes to Luna and asks, "Did I do well?" Luna, startled, says, "Yes, you did well." Hearing this, Yu-chung becomes happy. The competition continues, and Mr. Wang says, "The boy you like has failed in his last 2 attempts, forget about him." Luna says, "The 3rd attempt is still left, why the hurry?" Before the jump, Yu-chung recalls Stephen Holm's jump. Like Stephen Holm, Yu-chung also makes his jump perfectly. Seeing this, Luna also becomes very happy. Now Mr. Wang starts leaving, so Luna also has to go with him. While they are leaving, a noise is heard from behind. This shows that Yu-chung would have passed even in this attempt. Mr. Wang says, "This boy is good, but his height is short, so don't waste your time on him." Now Luna returns to the park, and looking at Yu-chung's bio data, at that moment Yu-chung arrives and says, "This looks like me." Hearing this, Luna shuts off her iPad. Yu-chung says, "Don't worry, I didn't see anything," and asks, "Have you come here from Nino University to hire talented athletes?" Luna replies, "I thought you didn't see anything." Yu-chung says, "What do you think about me for high jumps?" Luna does not answer this question. Yu-chung says, "Thank you for guiding me today." Saying this, he gives Luna an ice cream. While Luna is opening the ice cream, Yu-chung asks her, "If you're here to hire an athlete, are you thinking about Lewin?" Luna says, "I can't say anything about this because I'm not in charge of it. Focus on your competition." Yu-chung says, "That means you will choose Lewin. If I were as tall as Lewin, would you have chosen me?" Luna replies, "I consider more than just height." Yu-chung says, "Then I was rejected because of my height?" Luna says, "No." Yu-chung says, "You're lying. If you had told me I was rejected because of my height, I wouldn't feel bad because I'm used to it." Now the finals announcements are happening. Luna tells Yu-chung, "You should go." Yu-chung says goodbye and starts to leave, but then comes back. Luna asks, "What now?" Yu-chung says, "Don't move." Saying this, Yu Chung removes Luna's glasses. Luna is surprised. Yu Chung says, "So this is how you look." Luna asks for her glasses back. Yu Chung apologizes while giving the glasses back and leaves from there. While walking, Yu Chung says, "My goal is to compete on Nino University's track. It doesn't matter if you select me or not, I will definitely be there." Luna smiles at this. Now Luna shares her story. "After finishing my studies, I want to become a good coach at Nino University. My dad was a very good coach, so I feel I have inherited his skills." One day, Yu Chung comes to Luna and shows her his admission letter. Luna, surprised, asks, "How did you get admitted here?" Yu Chung says, "My dad says if I can't become an athlete, I should have a degree." Luna laughs and says, "You really are very different." Yu Chung says, "I worked very hard to get admission here." Luna says, "Keep working hard like this, your future is bright." Yu Chung asks, "Can I join the track and field team?" Luna says, "Finance students have tight schedules, you won't have time for training." Yu Chung says, "If I can prove my grades to you, will you let me join?" Luna says, "Yes, you can try." One day, while looking at Luna, Yu Chung says, "If I don't practice high jumps, how will I compete in the future?" Luna says, "You're not a sports student, so you can't compete." Yu Chung says, "Then why don't you become my coach?" Luna says, "I'm just an assistant coach, I don't know how to train you." Yu Chung says, "You can coach me, I've already improved a lot." Luna ignores this and leaves from there. The next day, Luna is thinking about coaching Yu Chung while looking at his profile. Luna calls her dad and says, "Send me the training manual." Her dad replies, "I'll send it to you, but don't share this manual with anyone." Luna says, "Okay." The next morning, while exercising, Yu Chung says to himself, "I dreamed of becoming an athlete 10 years ago. During this long journey, not even once did I feel that I couldn't achieve my dream." Luna accidentally sees Yu Chung jogging and thinks, "I was waiting for someone strong who would be the first to arrive at the training ground and the last to leave." When Yu Chung arrives, Luna is waiting for him. Luna tells Yu Chung, "I'm ready to be your coach. This is your training program that I have planned for you within a month. You need to jump over 2.05 meters. Looking at the program, Yu Chung says, "You're really serious." Luna replies, "The training is quite tough, you might cry during the training, but if you manage to do it, I won't pity you." When Yu Chung is about to say something, Luna says, "From now on, I am your coach, so you must trust me completely and not hide anything from me." Yu Chung replies, "Okay, when should we start the training?" Luna says, "Now." Hearing this, Yu Chung becomes very happy. Now Luna starts training Yu Chung. When Yu Chung arrives at the training ground, Luan Chung is also there. Yu Chung is watching an athlete named Jang Tian. Luan Chung says, "He is the captain of our high jump team. He can easily jump 2.2 meters. Last year, the national team hired him for training, but he was dismissed because his ranking wasn't good enough." After Jang Tian's jump, someone asks, "Who wants to go next?" Yu Chung says, "Me." He gets ready to jump 2 meters. Luan Chung tries to stop him, but Yu Chung, without listening to anyone, goes ahead and successfully completes his jump. While leaving, Yu Chung sees Luna arriving and goes to her. Luna's senior asks, "Is this the one?" Luna replies, "Yes, maybe he could be our team's next Stephen Holm." The high jump team coach, Jing Xiao, jokes, "That's not possible." Yu Chung goes to his roommate, Jia Xiao, who is selecting lessons for the summer. While looking at the lessons with him, Yu Chung sees Luna's class and asks, "Is this class full?" Jia replies, "No one takes track and field classes in the summer." Yu Chung says, "We'll take this class." On the first day of class, Luna arrives and says, "I didn't know physical training was so popular among finance students." Jia Xiao says, "I joined this class because of Xian." Xian says, "I joined this class because of Yu Chung, as he always says we should take care of our fitness." Luna begins taking attendance. When Mosi arrives and throws a water bottle at Luna, which she catches, seeing this, Yu Chung doesn't feel good. Luna calls Yu Chung's name 2 to 3 times, but his focus is on Mosi. Luna says, "Where are you looking?" Yu Chung replies, "What is Coach Mo's 100-meter sprint record?" Luna says, before retirement, Coach Missouri's record was 10.27 seconds. Hearing this, Yu Chung is very surprised. Now Luna uses Yu Chung as a model to teach the rest of the class. When Yu Chung runs to demonstrate, everyone says, "You're really cool." Luna says, "We will divide into girls and boys teams now." Luna tells Yu Chung, "You'll train the girls team." Hearing this, Yu Chung is very surprised. All the girls gather around Yu Chung. After class, Luna says to Yu Chung, "You can go." Yu Chung tells Luna, "Wait here for me." Saying this, Yu Chung picks up a water bottle and throws it at Luna like Mosey, and Luna catches it. Luna says, "What's gotten into you?" Yu Chung asks, "Coach, how old are you?" Luna doesn't reveal her age and says, "I'm 18. Yu Chung keeps rubbing his eyes. Luna asks, "What happened?" Yu Chung says, "I think some dust went into my eyes." Luna says, "Don't rub your eyes, sit here." Luna starts checking Yu Chung's eyes. Yu Chung says, "If you're helping me, please touch gently." Luna replies, "I know." Then she says, "Don't move and close your eyes." Yu Chung closes his eyes, and Luna splashes water on his face. After splashing the water, Luna starts laughing. Yu Chung says, "Coach, this is too much." Luna says the weather is hot, and then she leaves. Then Luna receives a call from Mosey. Mosey says, "I'm calling to inform you that Mr. Wang has returned." After this phone call, Luna takes Yu Chung to the training ground for practice. Yu Chung asks, "Are we going to train at this time?" Luna replies, "We're not training, I'm going to test you." "Do you have a problem?" Yu Chung says, "No." Luna says, "Okay, then get ready." Yu Chung asks, "How many meters do I have to jump?" Luna replies, 2.03 meters. Yu Chung starts preparing for the jump, while Luna checks the time on her phone and looks at the SecTV cameras. The director watches the SECT footage of the training ground. Yu Chung jumps and Mr. Wang watches him from his seat. Luna receives a call from Mr. Wang. After the call, Luna goes to meet Mr. Wang in his office. Luna is talking to Mr. Wang about Yu Chung. Yu Chung is standing outside and listening to everything. Luna comes out of the office and stands in front of Yu Chung. She's about to say something, but Yu Chung says, "Don't be sad and don't worry about me, I'm used to everything. If they don't allow me to train here, I'll train somewhere else. When I meet their requirements, they'll let me join the field team. Trust me, I can do this on my own." Luna says, "Do it." Saying this, Luna goes back to Mr. Wang's office. Luna angrily says to Mr. Wang, "You didn't even give him permission to compete, so how can you say that Yu Chung won't be able to do it?" Mr. Wang says, "Now you're being unreasonable." Luna says, "If he manages a 2.1-meter jump in Sports City, will you let him join the field team?" Mr. Wang says, "Okay." Yu Chung says to Luna, "How did Mr. Wang change his mind so quickly?" Luna says, "I've always agreed with Mr. Wang's decisions. This is the first time I've gone against his decision." Yu Chung says, "For the first time, you went against Mr. Wang because of me." Luna says, "That's not important." Yu Chung says, "It's very important to me." Luna says, "Now that Mr. Wang has made a promise, he won't break it." Yu Chung says, "I'll definitely clear 2.1 meters on sports day." Hearing this, Luna smiles. Yu Chung asks Luna, "I heard you're going on a trip." Luna says, "Yes, I'm going hiking." Yu Chung says, "Our friends group is also planning to go to this mountain." Luna laughs and says, "You seem very active in such group activities." Saying this, Luna leaves. Now Luna comes hiking with Mosey. Luna gets a call from Yu Chung. He asks, "Have you arrived?" Luna says, "Yes, I'm at the entrance." Yu Chung says, "But I don't see you." Luna says, "I'm at the south gate." Yu Chung says, "I'll come to you." Luna says, "There's no need for that since we're hiking. Let's meet at the peak." Yu Chung says, "Okay, then let's race to see who reaches the peak first." Yu Chung takes a picture of himself and sends it to Luna, saying, "I'm starting the hike." During the hike, Luna reaches the top before Yu Chung. Yu Chung, exhausted, sits down carrying BQ tools. Luna takes his tools and says, "Here, have some grilled sausages." While eating the sausages, Yu-chung says, "Sports day and high jump are my passion." Luna says, "Your determination is impressive," and teases him by saying, "Your hair looks like a puppy," making Yu-chung smile. Mosey arrives, and Luna says to Yu-chung, "Go join your classmates." Yu-chung asks Luna, "Will you join me at the villa?" But Luna says no and starts walking with Mosey. Yu-chung requests, "Can we hang out alone?" But Mosey also accompanies her, which Yu-chung doesn't like. Seeing the two of them talking, Yu-chung sits aside quietly. Shin then says to everyone, "We will play the finger-bending game. If you've experienced the situation mentioned, you'll bend your finger. The first one to bend their finger will receive punishment." Haya says, "I've never been in a relationship." Yu-chung bends his finger. Jia says, "You're lying." Yu-chung responds, "No, I'm telling the truth." Hearing this, Luna is also very surprised. Jia says, "No one has ever confessed their feelings to me." Yu-chung bends his finger again. Jia remarks, "You're lying again." Yu-chung says, "I swear this has never happened to me." Mosey joins them. Everyone tells Mosey we want to hear gossip about Luna. Mosey starts talking about the athletes who liked Luna. Mosey's arrival puts Yu-chung in a bad mood. Yu-chung says, "These are old stories, so they seem boring, we should change the topic now." Luna agrees, saying he's right, we should change the topic, but Mosey continues talking about Luna. As they laugh and talk with each other, Yu-chung watches them and presses his foot down in frustration. Everyone is preparing to leave today. Yu-chung is having trouble walking properly. Luna, along with Mosey, has already returned. Luna receives a message from Yu-chung, "I want to take a few days off." Seeing this message, Luna is surprised and asks, "Why does Yu-chung need time off?" Mosey says, "Let him rest, we can also use this opportunity to go out and eat something." Luna says, "Something's wrong. He always wants more training, what if he got injured because of hiking?" Now Luna goes to Yu-chung's dorm and asks the students what's his room number. Here Yu-chung's roommate, Jia Shao, sees Luna and immediately runs to inform Yu-chung. Luna enters Yu-chung's room but finds it empty. She calls Yu-chung, but he's hiding in the cupboard. Hearing the call, Jia Shao asks Luna, "What are you doing here?" Luna asks him, "Did something happen to Yu-chung?" Jia Shao replies, "What could possibly happen to him?" Luna says, "When he comes back, tell him to meet me." Saying this, Luna leaves. After Luna leaves, Yu-chung comes out of the cupboard. He then calls Luna himself. Luna asks him, "Where are you?" Yu-chung replies, "My mom has come to meet me, so I'm with her." Luna says, "If your parents visit, inform me beforehand." Yu-chung responds, "Don't worry, I'll be there on time for the competition." Today is the sports track event. After the 100-meter race concludes, Luna goes to Yu-chung's department. Luna asks a boy from Yu-chung's department, "Didn't Yu-chung participate in the race?" He replies, "I am here as his replacement." Hearing this, Luna is very surprised. She then calls Yu-chung, but he does not answer her call. Luna goes near the coach's ground to look for Yu-chung. There she sees Yu-chung. When Luna sees Yu-chung walking, she notices his legs and realizes that he is injured. As Yu-chung starts running toward the ground, Luna steps in front of him to stop him. Luna sees Yu-chung's injury. Yu-chung says, "Coach, I am fine, this is not a serious injury." Luna, helping him up, says, "We are going to tell Coach Gao that you are quitting this competition." Yu-chung replies, "I have been practicing for this competition for a long time, I can't give it up now. I have never given up on any competition before." Coach Gao scolds Luna, saying that her behavior was unprofessional. Luna apologizes and decides that Yu-chung will not participate in the competition. Yu-chung pleads with Luna to trust him, but Luna, angry at his stubbornness, forces him to quit the competition and takes him to the hospital herself. The doctor informs them that the injury is not serious but advises 3 weeks of rest. In the room, Luna tells Yu-chung, "I will no longer be your coach because you broke my trust." Yu-chung apologizes and asks, "Please give me another chance." Luna, still angry, ignores him. Mosey brings food for Yu-chung and tells him, Luna was scolded by Mr. Wang. Hearing this, Yu-chung writes a message for Luna, but Mosey advises him, don't send it. Yu-chung begins writing apology letters and repeatedly tries to apologize to Luna, but she remains angry and does not accept his apologies. Yu Chung writes several letters. One day, he is reading one of his letters aloud to all his classmates, thinking that Luna will forgive him this time. At that moment, Luna passes by, and suddenly balloons appear around her with the words, "Coach, please forgive me." All the students release the balloons into the air. One of the balloons carries Yu Chung's apology letter to Luna. Luna smiles as she reads it, but then releases the letter into the air and walks away, ignoring Yu Chung. At night, Yu Chung sits on a bench outside Luna's dorm. While Luna is arranging her garden, she notices him but ignores him again. In the morning, when Luna looks out of her window, she sees Yu Chung still on the bench asleep. She goes downstairs, wakes him up, and asks, "Have you been here since last night?" Yu Chung replies, "Yes." Luna says, "If I still don't talk to you, how long will you stay here?" Yu Chung responds, "Until you talk to me." Luna takes him to her room. Yu Chung apologizes and says, "I hid this from you because you worked so hard to get this opportunity from Mr. Wang. I was afraid that if I quit the competition, you would be embarrassed." Luna replies, "You say you did this for me, but you didn't take me seriously either." Yu Chung says, "I take you very seriously, you are very important to me." Luna says, "People say such things when they are desperate." Yu Chung replies, "Whatever I said, I meant it from the heart. Since childhood, people have told me that because of my height, I should only treat high jump as a hobby and never aim to be an athlete. But you trusted me. You are the first coach who understood me." Yu Chung becomes emotional and says, "I don't want you to leave me. I have learned from my mistake. Will you forgive me?" Luna says, "First have breakfast, then go to the dorm and rest. If I see you wandering around again, I'll break your legs." Yu Chung laughs and asks, "Does this mean you are still my coach?" Luna says yes. Hearing this, Yu Chung becomes very happy. Today it's sports day at the university. Yu Chung approaches Luna and says, "Coach, can I watch the games with you?" Luna replies, "Yes, you can watch." Yu Chung sits next to Luna and says, "We'll start training from tomorrow." Luna asks, "Do you like training so much?" Yu Chung responds, "It's not about liking it. If I don't train, how will I improve?" The next day, Luna talks to Mr. Wang and convinces him to let Yu Chung join the field team. Mr. Wang agrees but says, "Only 2 high jumpers can go to the provincial college games." When Yu Chung receives Luna's message that he can join the team, he becomes very happy and says, "Let's throw a party." He invites Luna, but Luna declines, saying, "I have dinner with Coach Wang." During the party, Yu Chung appears upset because Luna doesn't show up. During training, Lucian comes to train with Yu Chung. Yu Chung says, "I don't like this," and angrily leaves the training. Luna explains to him, "You are my first student and I care about you." Yu Chung trains for his team and meets all his teammates. Mosi and Luna watch him from afar. Luna says, "Once Yu Chung recovers, I will ask him to participate in the race for your team." Mr. Wang observes the high jumpers' performances for the provincial games. Yu Chung gets selected, and there's a competition between Lucian and Yu Chung. Neither clears the 2.1-meter jump. Lucian says, "You won't succeed either." Mr. Wang selects Lucian for the provincial games. Yu Chung says angrily, "This is unfair," and challenges Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang says, "Yu Chung has just recovered and needs rest." Yu Chung says this is unjust and storms off angrily. Yu Chung lies down in the stands. Luna comes to him and forcibly gets him up. Yu Chung says, "Coach, I'm leaving now." Luna grabs him and calls out to Mosey, "We're here." Then Luna hands Yu Chung his shoes and says, "Go to Mosey." Yu Chung asks, "But why?" Luna kicks his leg and says, "Just quietly go there." Yu Chung obeys Luna and prepares for the race. After the race, Luna announces everyone's results. Yu Chung performs well, but Mosey is dissatisfied with his team's results and scolds everyone. When Yu Chung is leaving, Chun Tian says, "Why did you create trouble for Coach Luna?" Yu Chung responds, "What do you mean?" Chun Tian says, "I heard you came second in the 100-meter sprint. Do you think you have a chance at the provincial games?" Yu Chung replies, "What does that have to do with you?" Chun Tian says, "Because of you, strange rumors are spreading about Coach Luna. People are saying that Coach Luna took a bribe from you." Yu Chung angrily says, "Say that again if you dare." Chun Tian responds, "We only care about results, you won't get any special treatment." After Chun Tian leaves, tonight Luna is having dinner with Mosey. During dinner, Luna shows Mosey Yu Chung's results and requests him to add Yu Chung to his team. Mosey refuses many times, but after Luna insists, he says, "I'm only agreeing because of you." The next morning, Yu Chung comes to Luna and asks, "What are we doing today?" Luna says, "From today, I won't be coaching you anymore, Mosey will train you now." Mosey gives Yu Chung a task to run 8 kilometers. Without saying anything, Yu Chung starts running. Luna says to Mosey, "Are you torturing him?" Yu Chung runs 8 kilometers without taking a break. Luna says, "I'll call the medical staff for you." Yu Chung replies, "There's no need." Luna says Mosey was joking with you. Yu Chung says, "I will win this competition, I'm taking it very seriously." Today is the first day of the Provincial University Games. Luna comes there with Yu Chung. Yu Chung says goodbye to Luna and leaves. Luna is cheering for Yu Chung when a lady arrives, and the 100-meter sprint is about to start. Mosey and Luna are watching Yu Chung. That lady is also supporting Yu Chung. After winning the race, Yu Chung says to the lady, "Mom, what are you doing here?" Hearing this, Luna and Mosey are both shocked. Yu Chung easily passes the high jump as well. The university bus leaves for the finals, but Yu Chung isn't on it. Luna goes to look for him and finds him talking to Xian. Xian wants to cheer for Yu Chung, but he refuses. Luna jokingly says to Yu Chung, "Xian likes you?" Yu Chung replies, "I don't like Xian and don't want her wasting her time on me." Luna laughs. The 200-meter sprint begins. Hong Lin wins. Luna says to Yu Chung, "Mr. Wang never liked Coach Mosey, but now his student has won." Yu Chung says, "I can't relax, take me somewhere else. Let's go to the gaming center." At the gaming center, they play games and enjoy themselves. Luna receives a message that Ya has won her field event. Yu Chung says, "You should be proud of her, and I will work hard to achieve my goals." The high jump competition begins. Luna feels very nervous. Ya joins her to cheer for Yu Chung. Yu Chung easily completes a 1.95-meter jump. The other participants are eliminated. Now the competition is between Chenny and Yu Chung. Next is the 2.12-meter jump. Both Yu Chung and Chenny fail on their first attempt. Luna says, if both fail again, Chenny will win because of his 2.09-meter record. Yu Chung confidently completes the jump. Chenny fails his last attempt, and Yu Chung becomes the high jump champion. Luna says, "Your performance was amazing today, I'm proud of you." Yu Chung replies, "I'm happy to hear that." After the competition, Yu Chung and Luna have lunch. Luna jokingly says, "The girls sitting behind you are looking at you." When Yu Chung turns to look at them, Luna stops him. Luna says, "It's not right for you to get into a relationship now because it will affect your focus." Yu Chung replies, "Don't worry about me, I won't lose my focus." Everyone heads to the 100-meter sprint competition. The girls say, "We're confident you'll win gold in this event too. We placed a bet that you'd win 2 gold medals." Hong Lin says, "I performed better than this in the group match, so why didn't you bet on me winning?" The coach says, "Let them do what they want. If you win, I'll personally give you a massage." Yu Chung says to Luna, "I want the same treatment too." Luna replies, "If you're not afraid of your legs getting fractured, I'll personally do it." Hearing this, Yu Chung smiles. When Yu Chung puts on his shoes, he feels a lot of pain. Struggling, he removes the shoes and sees blood coming from his feet. Upon inspecting the shoes, he finds a nail inside. Yu Chung thinks, who could have done this? Luna calls Yu Chung as everyone is being summoned for the race. Yu Chung answers the call, and Luna comes to him. Luna asks, "What happened?" Yu Chung explains everything. Seeing his injury, Luna calls Dr. Chen. Yu Chung says, "It's just a small injury, it won't affect my race." Luna asks Yu Chung, "Do you know who did this?" Yu Chung replies, "If I knew, would I have worn these shoes?" Then Yu Chung leaves, the race is about to start. Luna approaches a boy and says, "Come with me." Yu Chung notices this. Luna takes the boy aside and says, Because of you, not only could Yu Chung have been harmed, but your future opportunities could have been ruined too. Hongwen says, with coaches like you, people from our background can never compete. Luna replies, I won't officially handle this matter, but you must apologize to Yu Chung. Hongwen, laughing, says, you're joking, right? Luna says, I know how you feel. Hearing this, Hongwen becomes emotional and says, if you really felt that, none of this would have happened to me. He argues that Yu Chung's injury was not because of him, but because of her. Luna replies, no matter what, there is no justification for your actions. You have only 1 week to leave the team. On race day, Yu Chung comes in second place and sets a record of 10.77 seconds. His mother replies, you told me to clean the house and also to bring all your awards. Your dad and I understood that you were planning something. Is there a girl here you're trying to impress? Yu Chung tries to explain to his mom, it's nothing like that, but then Xian arrives. Yu Chung's mom, seeing Xian, says, she is so lovely. She then asks Luna, would this girl be right for Yu Chung? Luna, laughing, says yes. At the training ground, Luna sees Shannon and Luan and talks to them. Luan says, we're going to an internet cafe to relax. Luna asks Yu Chung to come along too, but he initially refuses. Upon Luna's insistence, he agrees and everyone plays games at the internet cafe. Yu Chung helps Luna in the game, but he loses. Luna enjoys the game after understanding it, and Yu Chung feels happy. Mr. Wang arranges a last-minute training session, but some students, including Luna, are missing. They find out that they all went to the internet cafe. Mr. Wang takes responsibility, but Yu Chung admits that he was the one who took everyone there. Mr. Wang punishes both of them and assigns Yu Chung the task of writing sports rules. During the punishment, Yu Chung asks, why did you help? Mosi says, I know Luna the most and share a close relationship with her, which Yu Chung doesn't like. When the Chinese New Year holidays approach, Luna shares, my parents are abroad and I will celebrate alone. Yu Chung invites her to his home, but Luna avoids the topic. Yu Chung shares his doubts about his performance and Luna motivates him. Yu Chung says, don't worry about me, enjoy your Chinese New Year and don't think about me all the time. Hearing this, Luna is surprised and Yu Chung quickly clarifies, I meant about my results. On Chinese New Year, Yu Chung calls Luna to say, Happy New Year, but the signal is poor. On the second call, he asks, Luna, can you hear the sound of the waves? Luna puts on her headphones, listens to the sound of the waves, and feels as if she is there. Luna asks Yu Chung, do you live near the sea? Yu Chung replies, my hometown is near the sea. Yu Chung requests to talk with Luna for a while longer, but Luna says, I haven't eaten yet. Yu Chung again says, Happy New Year, and Luna responds by saying, you've already said that. Yu Chung says, I want to say it again. After the holidays, all the students return and training resumes. Mosi tells Luna, if Yu Chung doesn't transfer, things will only get more difficult in the future. Luna takes Yu Chung near the sea and talks about the transfer. Yu Chung understands and asks, was this Mr. Wang's idea or yours? Luna names the faculty. Yu Chung says, I only care about your opinion, do you want me to transfer? Luna hesitates to answer, and Yu Chung tells her about his childhood struggles. I was often alone and used to wish I had someone to play basketball and other games with. Then our house got a TV, and I started watching all kinds of sports. That's when I realized that high jump athletes are very tall. At that moment, I decided to train myself for the high jump. Luna says, the athletes selected for the high jump are naturally tall. Yu Chung replies, I know that now, but I didn't know it back then. While training for the high jump, I realized I had fallen in love with it. Luna says, do your best, I'll handle everything else. Yu Chung asks, does that mean I can stay on the team? Luna says yes. Hearing this, Yu Chung becomes very happy. Luna then takes a collection of Mr. Wang's favorite comic books to him. Luna says, these are just books, they have nothing to do with Yu Chung. Mr. Wang hands her some documents and says, by looking at these you'll understand what real talent means. Luna says, will I also have to go? Mr. Wang replies, yes, and you'll have to drive because his house is very far from here. Luna is looking at the athlete's information, and his name is Mommy. Luna and Mr. Wang go to Mommy's village to meet him. Mr. Wang explains that Mommy's family is poor, which is why he couldn't study after high school and now works at a car wash. Mammy demonstrates a 2.1-meter jump, leaving Luna and Mr. Wang astonished. Luna introduces Mommy to everyone and says Yu Chung will help him. Yu Chung is initially upset but agrees after Luna talks to him. Luna supports Mommy, but Yu Chung says you can't always look after him. At the training ground, Mammy astonishes Luan and Yu Chung with his first jump. The coach says Mommy is ready to join the national team, which creates a new situation for Luna. Yu Chung tells Luna, I am your first student, and I want you to focus more on me. Luna replies, this isn't just about words. The tension between Yu Chung and Luna begins when Luna introduces Mammy to the team, but it makes Yu Chung feel insecure. Luna explains to Yu Chung, you are my first student, and I focus on you more, but it's also necessary to appreciate Mommy's talent. Yu Chung feels that Luna is only paying attention to Mammy and ignoring his problems. One day, to impress Luna, Yu Chung says, look, I made a 2.14-meter jump. This makes Luna very happy, but when Mommy clears a 2.18-meter jump, Yu Chung's happiness disappears. He angrily tells Luna, you aren't treating me fairly. Luna tries to explain Mommy's talent is a gift, but that doesn't mean you are any less important. Yu Chung says, you can find someone else to take care of Mommy, I have to study. Luna asks, are you jealous of his talent? Yu Chung replies, why would I be jealous of him? He doesn't know anything apart from high jumping. Luna says, if you don't want to look after Mommy, that's fine, but you need to change your mindset. Yu Chung says, if you put my name on the National University Games list, I'll perform well. Luna doesn't say anything, and Yu Chung realizes she won't do it. In anger, Yu Chung says, you once said you trusted me, but now it seems like it was just words. Saying this, Yu Chung leaves. Luna sees Mammy sitting outside and asks, what are you doing here? Mommy says, Yu Chung left his mail card with me, and when I went to return it, he got angry. Luna says Yu Chung is in a bad mood, so don't be upset with him. Yu Chung struggles emotionally and practices angrily until late at night. Luna sends Yu Chung's training schedule to Coach Yanjing, but Yu Chung misses group training with his teammates, creating tension due to his performance and behavior. Yu Chung is asked to practice sprinting for the city games. Initially, he says, I won't do it, but after Luna convinces him, he agrees and wins the 100-meter race. However, he says, I don't feel confident competing against Mommy in high jumping. Yu Chung visits Luna near her dorm and confesses, I'm willing to change my sport if necessary. Luna tells him, your grades have dropped, and you won't graduate if you don't balance training and academics. Yu Chung becomes emotional, apologizes to Luna, and promises, I'll work harder and improve in my sport. Luna explains, I was angry because you abandoned your training and didn't share your struggles. She forgives him and takes him to her dorm. At the training ground, Yu Chung apologizes and promises, I won't repeat my mistakes. Luna tells him, focus on physical training and we'll decide about your transfer after exams. Yu Chung decides to stay in his team dorm during the summer break and starts working with Luna to continue his training. Luna introduces him to the decathlon, a multi-sport athlete program. Yu Chung takes his decathlon training seriously and Luna supports him by giving him books and papers. Yu Chung dedicates himself equally to both training and studying. Yu Chung says to Luna, I won't waste this opportunity. This makes Luna happy. One day, Yu Chung softly kisses Luna while she's asleep, but she wakes up feeling awkward. Yu Chung runs away, leaving Luna shocked but silent. Luna is deep in thought while Mosey talks about Yu Chung's health report. Luna doesn't listen to him and picks up a paper to read it. Seeing the paper, Luna says angrily, this is not my health report. Mosey explains, I was talking about Yu Chung's report. Luna goes silent, leaving Mosey confused about her behavior. During lunch, Mosey asks Luna, why are you behaving so strangely? Luna talks about an incident between a basketball coach and a student, saying feelings fade over time, but her behavior still seems confused. One day, during training, Coach Young catches Yu Chung using his phone and scolds him. Yu Chung apologizes and Coach Young says Luna and Mosey have brought lunch for the other students, you can join them. Hearing this, Yu Chung is very happy. Luna goes to Yu Chung's room to meet him but finds only Mochi and Mosey there. Disappointed, she goes to the training ground to find him. Luna and Yu Chung meet. Yu Chung says to Luna, "I felt like you were avoiding me because of a small incident." Luna replies, "You flirt because you're good looking." Yu Chung says, "I don't do that." Yu Chung finally wants to confess, "I like you," but Luna interrupts him saying, "I'm much older than you and also your coach, I'll ignore this matter, but don't repeat it." At night, Yu Chung talks to Mochi and asks, "Do you like Luna?" Mochi says, "Luna is a good person, but I don't think about emotions in that way." The next day, Mochi informs Yu Chung, Luna and Mosey are leaving. Yu Chung quickly goes to meet Luna and takes her aside to talk. Luna tells him, "You should focus on your competitions and stay away from distractions." Motivating him, Luna says, "You could join the national team if you stay focused." Yu Chung messages Luna, who is with Chanyin and Yukin discuss their retirement plans. Yukin reveals, "I'm retiring for Chanyin because I like him." Yu Chung shares his opinion, love should involve supporting each other's dreams, not compromising them. Yu Chung calls Luna and says, "I'll be upset if you don't come to see my university games." Luna promises, "I'll be there." Mosey gets emotional and cries while packing Coach Guan's belongings. Luna hugs him. Mosey says, "You're better off without me," and leaves. The next morning, Luna receives selfies from Yu Chung, which make her smile. Luna tells herself, "I shouldn't think about Yu Chung." Yu Chung calls to tell her, "My games are over and I'm returning." Luna is excited but also surprised. She says, "How could you come back like this?" In the next scene, Yu Chung tells Luna, "I'm hungry, take me somewhere good to eat." Luna takes Yu Chung to a canteen shop. Yu Chung gives Luna a gift he brought for her. Holding a camera, Yu Chung says, "This gift is especially for you. During the match, I recorded every moment of mine. Since you weren't there, you'll surely want to see how I performed in the match." Luna likes Yu Chung's present. As they return, Yu Chung says to Luna, "If you aren't in a relationship, I'd like to date you, but if you are, I don't want to come between you and someone else." Luna says, "What are you saying?" Yu Chung replies, "You don't have to answer now, I can wait. I want you to know it wasn't just a stupid act. At that time, I didn't have any achievements, so I couldn't promise you a good future, but now I promise if you give me your time, you'll be proud of me." Luna tells Yu Chung, "Stop saying such nonsense." As Luna walks away, Yu Chung says, "Please believe in me, I'm serious." After returning home, Luna starts watching Yu Chung's recording. While watching, Luna appears very happy. Luna, after seeing this, says to herself, "I need to come back to my senses. He is only 20 years old, and I am 28.